Hey guys, welcome back to another TA video. I'll be going over some names I'm currently looking at. But before I do that, I want to show you guys some names I did call out from last week. And so first off was CAT. I said the CAT above 441. We can see move to 465. Then I did mention Apple. I said Apple above 241. We can see move to 250. Then above 250, we can see move to 260. And the next one I did call out was Microsoft. Microsoft above 507, we could see a move to 520. And above 520, we can see a move to 532. Okay. And we're just going to get right into it. So first off is Amazon. This is the only play I did put down for bears. And why did I call it out? Because we did form this 3 black crow pattern, which is a bearish reversal reversal pattern. And so price action was in this ascending channel. Price broke below my critical level, which was 230. And now we broke below these important lows from last week. And I did mention as long as we hold below 228, we can see a move down to 224 for Amazon. And that's what I'm currently looking at for this play. So as long as we hold below 228, we can see a downward move to 224 or even, no, actually, just take that back. Yeah, just a move down. Below 228, I do think we see a move to 224, okay? So we're going to move on to AMD. So AMD is a name I'll be looking at above 162. So we're kind of forming this wedge on the daily time frame. But let me delete this trend line. So we kind of did form this potential double bottom for AMD. So we have this one, we have the bottom wick here, and we have a bottom right here. So if we do kind of break above this neckline, which is 162, we can see a move to 168, and above 168, we can see a move back up to 182. And guys, this play is really simple. I'm just gonna wait above 162 for a move back up to 168, and really, this is all noise for me. I'm not going to be paying attention to AMD until it breaks above my neckline, okay? So we're going to move on to NVDA. So this name was on the weekly watch list, and I did mention a big breakout is going to happen. And if we look at the weekly time frame, we see price clearly in this channel on the weekly time frame. So I'll say this, for NVIDIA above 185, 184, I do believe that we can see a move to $200. And right here on the daily and weekly time frame, my support is 175, which is today's bottom wick. Okay, so this play is super simple. We took advantage of the the support being right at the EMAs, so we took NVIDIA longs right at the bottom. We got paid out big time for this play. But as of right now, I'm completely out on the video, and I'm going to be waiting for a move for above 185, okay? So we're going to move on to UNH. Okay, so for UNH, we're kind of forming this descending channel as well. I did mention on my Discord that as long as we hold above 340, I am bullish in this name. And right now, so what I'm currently looking at, if UNH, let me just put this down to 340. Sorry. So as long as UNH can hold above 340, I do think we can see price head back up to 362. And a break above 362, we can see move back up to 377 to fill a gap on the daily time frame. And you guys might be wondering why is 340 such an important level. It's because this is where we kind of gap down from. And that's a level I'm going to be using to manage my position, okay? And as long as we hold above 340, I am bullish on the stock. And if we look in the weekly time frame, we are above the 21 EMA, which is a good sign for the bulls. But you also got to note down that we are, let me delete this trend line so I could see what I'm looking at. Delete this again. But just keep in mind that price did reject from the 80 EMA on the monthly time frame. So I expect sellers to pop up again, but if we do manage to break out 362, we could really fill the gap on the daily time frame to 377. And guys, yeah, that's pretty much it for UNH. And like I said, I could care less what happens to UNH below 340. I only care about the stock above 340. And we're going to move on to Berkshire. So for Berkshire, I just like the way that we're basing here on the daily time frame. We're just forming these big, I would say, engulfing candles on the daily time frame, and we're just forming a base. I think if we look at the 4-hour time frame, you could see a clear, see clear consolidation. So what I'm literally doing is hold above 490. We could see move to 496, and I believe once you see a move up. Once you break above 497, I do think you could see a retest back up to 506, 507. And yeah, guys, that's literally the play for me. And if we kind of draw these trend lines, you're kind of just still in this big wedge. So definitely have my eye on Berkshire above 494 and 497, but the real move is above 497 for a move up to 506, which is a 2% move, roughly 1.86, but you guys get the point. And that's what I'm currently looking at. So my support level is 490, or just use the EMAs as your guys' support level. Okay. So the next one is CRM. So CRM is a name that is pretty tricky, and this is for, I think, for experienced traders only, because trend is still a little bit bearish on the weekly and monthly time frame, and I don't really trade these names once prices under the EMAs on both of the weekly and monthly. But what I'm trying to see is on the daily time frame is that price is breaking out of this descending channel, and you kind of form this bullish hammer stick, and now we're kind of breaking above this descending channel. So I did mention this on my weekly watch list. Above 247, we can see move to 257, and break above 257 for a move back up to 271. Okay, and that's what I'm currently looking at. Just use the EMAs as regards to stop loss or support levels, which is 247. And yeah, so we're gonna move on. So I'll say it one more time. Above 247, we can see move to 257. Break above 257 for a move back up to 271, and I'm using my stop loss at 247, or the 8 or 21 EMA, whatever works for your boat. And Netflix, we're gonna move on to Netflix. So this name is pretty tricky, and this name is obviously for big portfolios because these contracts move like hell and they're fucking expensive. Okay. So this name, I only like it because this name has been consolidating for a long time. If we let's measure it out. Oh my God, it's been here for 42 days. So what I'm currently looking at is if we break above 1240, we can see move back up to 1267. And once we break above 1267, we can see a move back up to 1300. And that is currently what I'm looking at for Netflix. And obviously, if we break below the range, which is 1190 or 1200, we can see move back down to 1140. But what I'm currently looking at, I just like these candlestick patterns. And above 1240, I want to see it move back up to 1267. And above 1267, we can see it move to 1300. And we're gonna move on to Microsoft. I think I went over it really fast in the beginning of the video. So for Microsoft, we're just going to make it super simple. As long as price is above 507, 512, I am bullish on this name. And if we look in the weekly time frame, price did break out of this descending channel. And what I'm currently looking at is if Microsoft could break above 520, we could see a move to 532, and break above 532 to see a move to 555. And right now on the daily time frame, price or today's daily candle, we're just formed an inside day. So really how you trade this name is just if we get a break above this previous day high, we can see a breakout, or if we break below this or last Friday's low, we can see a breakdown or a potential reversal. And we're gonna move on to XLI, which is a industrial ETF, and this is what I'm currently looking at for this ETF. So obviously my target is to 160, but if you look at the weekly time frame, we see a clear pennant, and what I'm currently looking at is if we break above 153, I do think we could see a breakout on the horizon, which we could see a move to 160. And if you guys look at the top sectors top names or top holdings in this ETF, one of them is Uber, which I currently charted from last Discord. And I'm not gonna go over this name for too much, but I'm just gonna say a break above $100 for Uber. We could see a move to 105 or 110. Okay, but yeah, guys, I just want to keep an eye on this ETF, which is XLI. Break above 153 for an explosive move up to 160. And that is currently it. If you guys like the video, just drop a like or a comment or just show some love or anything. But yeah, guys, have a great day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.